First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu swears in new permanent secretaries, chairman and board members of Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission. Federal government promises review of minimum wage in less than 2 years. On the foreign scene, United States court sentences Donald Trump in New York hush money case days before taking oath of office. In sports, Ayimba forward Brown Ide urges team to win last 2 games in CAF Confederation Cup. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in the chairman and board members of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission LASIEC and 3 new permanent secretaries. The chairman of LASIEC is Justice Bola Ihile, and the other members are Mr. Samson Ajibade, Secretary, Mr. Akim Durojai, Olumide Metileku, Habib Aileru, and Honorable Oladele Adekoye. The newly appointed permanent secretaries are Abdul Rafiu Fashola, LASIEC Office, Kafayat Sarumi, Office of Sustainable Development Goals, and Abdul Rashid Muriokola, Motor Vehicle Administration Agency. Speaking at the event held at Lagos House Ikeja, Governor Sanwo-Olu urged the LASIEC members to bring professionalism, knowledge, and expertise to uphold the integrity of the electoral process, especially in delivering of free, fair local government elections in the state. The governor also enjoined them to leverage technology to enhance efficiency and reliability, and also work with all stakeholders, political parties, and non-governmental organizations, pledging his administration's commitment to support with resources needed to address challenges. The newly appointed permanent secretaries, Governor Sanwo-Olu said their appointments are on merit and urged them to uphold the highest standards of ethics, bring their professionalism to bear by ensuring effective implementation of the Themes Plus agenda of his administration.
Resume and assume this vital position, I charge you with the following responsibility. You owe it to us to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and ethics. We demand of you, you owe it to the service of Lagos. You are new role models for the entire public service. Your conduct, both on and off duty, must reflect those values of integrity and transparency. Accountability must not be far from you. And we believe that these are the minimum, the very minimum that Lagos State expects of you.
Earlier, the head of service, Bodiago, presented the new appointees to the governor, describing the appointment of LASIEC members as timely and that of the new permanent secretaries as in tandem with the state policy and their commitment, dedication, and loyalty to service.
Therefore, needs to be emphasized that the Lagos State Public Service is fast moving into an era where quality of work done and individual contributions to the development of the state will play a huge factor in determining their recognition and elevation for greater responsibilities. Remember, the reward for hard work in Lagos State is more work.
In their vote of assurance, the chairman LASIEC Bola Ihile and Abdurrafiu Fashola, on behalf of others, pledged their commitment to delivering their duties effectively.
Together with the 5 electoral commissioners, the executive secretary, and all relevant stakeholders, I pledge to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and accountability in fulfilling our mandate. Our goal is to restore faith in the electoral process and ensure that every vote counts.
And we promise that we'll be very transformative, we'll be very creative and innovative. And honestly, I can assure you that we're going to add value to this resilient megacity, Lagos.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated another 6 network of roads in Lagos mainland local government, including Koshofe, Bariga local council development areas, as part of an effort to deliver the dividend of democracy to residents. The St. Finbar's Road, Asani, Tijani Ashogbon, Jagumolu Shogbamu. Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that the efforts are about the Greater Lagos vision in line with the first letter of the theme's plus agenda and unwavering commitment of his administration to qualify living of residents of the state. While pledging to scale up infrastructure in all nooks and crannies of the state, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the newly rehabilitated roads reflect his administration's commitment to urban regeneration and improved connectivity for Lagosians. Earlier, Special Advisor to the Governor on Works and Infrastructure, Olufemi Daramola, stated that opening of the new roads would boost socio-economic activities, increase the value of properties, and improve local businesses as well as access to educational institutions in the area. In their goodwill messages, community leaders appreciated the state government for giving the areas a facelift and requested for the rehabilitation of University of Lagos Road in Akoka to complement the new projects. Our correspondent Adiola Akinele reports that the road networks have solar-powered street lighting systems, service ducts, drains with cover slabs to serve as walkways and meeting separators, among others. President Bola Tinubu is set to attend the 2025 edition of Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week in the United Arab Emirates. The summit, which will take place from January 12 to 18, will bring together global leaders to accelerate sustainable development and advance socio-economic progress. The event, themed The Nexus of Next, Supercharging Sustainable Progress, will enable policymakers, business and civil society leaders to explore pathways to fast-track and the transformation to a sustainable economy and evolve a new era of prosperity for all. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, in a statement said the President will depart Abuja on Saturday to participate in the summit. Onanuga added that Tinubu's trip is on the invitation of the President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Now to the rest of the stories. Minister of State for Labor and Employment in Kiruka Onyejocha has announced that the new minimum wage will be reviewed in less than 2 years from now. She said this while addressing newsmen after a meeting with labor leaders in Abia. She said President Bola Tinubu is committed to his promise to Nigerians by ensuring that the minimum wage is reviewed after 3 years and is deeply concerned about their welfare. Onyejocha also reminded the leaders that labor is an integral part of the government that should help to ensure stability and peace, not just at the workplace but also in the country. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has approved the appointment of Prince Abimbola Owade as the new Alaafin of Oyo following the recommendation of the Oyomesi, the kingmakers of Oyo Kingdom. Commissioner for Information and Orientation Dr. Yelade, who made the announcement, explained that Owade was chosen after extensive consultations and traditional divinations. Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Ademola Ojo, noted that the appointment resolves the legal and social disputes that followed the death of former Alaafin Obalamidi Adeyemi III on April 22, 2022. The government expressed hope that the reign of Prince Abimbola Owade would bring peace, unity and prosperity to the Oyo Kingdom. In foreign news now, United States President-elect Donald Trump has been sentenced to what is known as an unconditional discharge for his conviction over hush money payment made to an audit film actress, making him the first former U.S. president ever sentenced for a crime. Judge Juan Merchan delivered the decision today, a day after the U.S. Supreme Court rejected an attempt by Trump's legal team to delay sentencing before the Republican leader's inauguration on January 20. An unconditional discharge means that Trump's conviction will appear on his permanent record, but he does not face imprisonment a fine or probation, leaving him unencumbered to enter the White House. Trump, who previously served as president from 2017 to 2021, was found guilty in late May on 34 counts of falsifying business documents related to hush money payment made to Stormy Daniels, among other things. The U.S. president-elect has denied any wrongdoing and said he plans to appeal his conviction. In sport now, Enyimba forward Brownie Day says it is important for the People's Elephant to win their last two games in the CAF Confederation Cup. The Aba Giants recorded their first win of the competition against Black Bulls of Mozambique last weekend. Idea said the team must win their last two games to have any chance of progressing into the quarterfinals. Enyimba will host Egypt's Al Masri at the Gatul Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, on Sunday. The team remains bottom of Group D with 4 points from 4 matches. And that's it on the news at 6. But just before we go, always obey road signs and traffic light. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of an effort to alleviate the economic plight of women resident in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website to end the news. Here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in the chairman and board members of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission LASIEC and 3 new permanent secretaries. Minister of State for Labour and Employment Nkiruka Onyejocha has announced that the new minimum wage will be reviewed in less than 2 years from now. We also told you that United States President-elect Donald Trump has been sentenced to what is known as unconditional discharge for his conviction over hush money payment made to an audit film actress, making him the first former U.S. president ever sentenced for a crime. In sport, Enyimba forward Brown Ide said it is important for the People's Elephant to win their last 2 games in the CAF Confederation Cup. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.